Hello everyone and welcome back to more Formula 4 here inside iRacing. Yes, today we return here to the gorgeous Spa Francorchamps, and I pretty much have a rule when it comes to iRacing. If it's at Spa, I probably want to give it a go. Now, obviously, if you watched the F4 video that went live last week, you'll know that it was a little bit chaotic. This one, a lot more of the same, to be honest. We somehow need to try to avoid some carnage at turn 1. But yeah, get yourself subscribed if you're new. If you are enjoying the iRacing content here on the new channel, a massive thank you to everybody that has already dropped a sub as well. But yeah, let's just dive into this one then and see what happens.
You should do okay here. We're aiming to finish in the top 12. Car number 15.
Well, first and foremost then, I've got to hope I don't jump the start this time. There we go, lights out and away we go here at Spa Francorchamps. Such a great combo. Inside iRacing, we're going to try and take the outside line in towards turn 1. Hopefully stay out of too much danger, and there's cars everywhere. I'm just going to immediately jump down into the escape road on the exit. We'll try to rejoin fairly safely. I've got no idea whether I've lost places, gained places, but either way, I'm now behind the guy that started P19. I think that was probably the safest thing I could do, to be honest. We'll obviously take a look at that one on the incident report after the race, but that's a good way to get the heart rate up. I need to remember to get my heart rate monitor back out for these videos as well, because it is quite interesting when chaos ensues on lap 1, and well, like I said, I could be basically anywhere now in this race. Have got to be super careful on cold tyres on lap 1 now with this Formula 4 car. I was struggling with it through free practice, really just trying to learn kind of what you can get away with and what you can. Eau Rouge is barely flat on the opening lap as well. But a massive thank you to everybody that has already subbed to the channel as in enjoying some of the short format content as well we're doing. I can't help but feel there's probably going to be a lot of F4. There's just a lot of F4 series. I always have good fun in them. It is just a brilliant kind of car inside iRacing. So, who's up there just in front of me? Almost running into the side of Robert down through Pouon on lap 1. And I mean, pretty much my normal racing rule is, if there is Spa, I want to race at it, no matter what car you're in. So, as we try and wind our way down through the exit of Sector 2, you can see, I mean, he's definitely trying to look for moves. We qualified P9 for this one, but I was less than a second off pole. Of course, in a Formula 4 car, this place is going to be all about the slipstream. So, yeah, there was a very, very tight field ready for this one. So I think we've got a decent run on the 2 just in front of me. We'll try and stay in the wheel tracks, see if we can time the run through the exit of Blanchimont, even, I should say, is... Joseph there is a little bit all over the show, so we'll try and have a look around his outside. Still clear right. We're going to get boxed in there, so just back out of that one nice and early. Car right. Oh, a little bit of front locking from a couple of other drivers. Right. So we'll try and stay down the inside there, make sure we give him some room on the exit. Oh, hello. Right side's clear. I think all of the slipstream there on the run back in towards the source, so we'll just try and dodge him at that final turn. Can we have a look to the inside? Just bait the move, don't really overcommit on the brakes or anything like that. Still there. As in all of that on lap 1 then, I didn't gain or lose anything. we started P9, I avoided chaos at turn 1, and we stayed P9 as... Let's just lightly back out of that one through Eau Rouge and Radion. Careful of the front wing there, just a slight blend out of the throttle. And then immediately we're going to get a run back on him then, as we head up the Kemmel Straight, or not apparently. Guy behind us has got a decent run though as well, so we're going to try and cover him off in towards the next corner. He's going to try and have a look for it. Clear left, car left. Down the inside we will go down. This circuit really does promote some great wheel-to-wheel racing. Still there. As up through Lacombe we will go, and finally they're getting around the outside, but both of them have got a run on me on the exit. This won't end well, surely. So we're just going to try and hook it up round the outside. Luckily, again, Josep will stay back out of it as right side's clear. Janssen there tries to make the move happen, and Tom Janssen, a cheeky double overtake here, but will get the run down the hill. Hold your line. We can have a look around the outside in towards here, but he will make a mistake and we'll get the switch on him. through the exit of the corner,
Still
down
there.
the inside we will go.
Clear right.
And there we go, so we have gained a position on this lap, but already you can see
Nicely
the
done.
gap to Robert opening up just a little bit here. That was a cheeky little switchback, though. I'm proud of that
Guy
one.
in front is Robert.
Kind of
Car number 19.
Able to capitalise, able to spot what he was probably going to do. And it is always glorious when those things work in your favour inside iRacing as well. But trying to get throttle down then off the exit of the corner. You can see, yeah, Robert. It's about 0.8 of a second is when you're really getting a slipstream in these cars. So I think we're going to be looking at our mirrors before we're looking at the car in front as we make our way up towards the end of lap 2. I think it's only going to be a 7-lap race here. We should stretch the 7th lap. But yeah, obviously not many laps around this circuit. It's only really when you race in something like this that you get an appreciation for just how ridiculously quick Formula 1 cars are. So we will just get the elbows out there again against Tom in towards that final corner. He's already striking me as one of those drivers that wants to go for any move he possibly can, rather than potentially playing the patience game. So just going to have to be very, very careful with that one. Oh, there's contact behind me down at turn 1. Goes up there again, perhaps trying to return the favour, as we will hopefully say goodbye to them then and focus on these guys in front.
You're reeling Robert in the gap.
I mean, that is the leader right there, if I'm not mistaken, so we are not that far behind, as these two both not getting a particularly good run up through a route. Just got to be nice and smooth on the loud pedal and the steering on the exit, as we'll try and get the run around the outside of 1.
Still there.
And maybe we can go for the double overtake now. The slipstream is super, super powerful, but oh, don't give me a squeeze, please. Thank you. Try and get around the outside. Oh, a little bit of front lock in there, but it'll give me some good racing room. And there we go. Cheeky double overtake then up at the top of the hill. And again, just able to capitalise on the guys in front there. Too busy worried about each other. Just able to kind of get involved. But again, there's a little bit of a gap up to Travis just in front of me. But I don't... Yeah, this group must be all the way up to the leader unless someone's bolted. No, it doesn't look like they have. So this is the battle for the lead then. So we've done quite well here to try and get back towards this squabble. Might just be quite difficult to really get into it as... Well, like I said, the slipstream's super, super important around this circuit. So it really, unless someone can get a breakaway pretty much on lap 1, or you've got guys fighting for P2, as we could just see there, you really just cannot kind of get away, which is really, really good because it does also mean whilst they're all battling, hopefully I can drag myself and maybe these guys just behind me up towards the front as well.
Stick to the plan. Don't be intimidated here.
Not too worried about Jonathan just behind me. Seems like a fairly respectful driver early on in this race. You know, you've got to really kind of guess and learn who's going to be good and who isn't in these kind of races as well.
Temperature's increasing. It's now 44 Celsius.
Well, there's a warm track temp here at Spa, but yeah, I mean, this circuit as well, of course, in a car with this little power is all about just carrying momentum off the corners. Choice of gears is super, super important as well. That's the one corner where I really just feel like I haven't got a braking reference, and it's probably costing me a little bit. Oh, there's someone getting pushed onto the grass there just in front. All good signs for us, though.
Guerriero, 224.7. The leader has just done a 225.1. B6, nice and smooth with that throttle. Keep it balanced.
Yeah, not only smooth with the throttle, but also smooth with the steering input as well. One nice fluid motion down through turn 1, and then especially as we head down through Eau Rouge and Radion once again as well. You can see top 2 now have just started to get a little bit of a break from 3rd, 4th and 5th. So maybe, oh sorry, top... Yeah, no, there is only 5 cars in front of me. As here we go, Jonathan again, then he's going to get a big old run down the back straight. Is he going to go for it? Is it in his best interest just to sit behind? He wants to go for it. Yeah, completely.
Still there.
Within his rights to do so, but I just feel like I'm a little bit quicker through this middle sector as we will get the elbows out that time round. And I'm going to drop it. Don't know how much damage we picked up, but I just completely dropped it in front of him.
5 incident points.
Oh, that was all on me. I saw the gravel in front, and we got a black flag. Oh, that's bad.
The car in front of us is now Rayman, car number 4. D license.
Car doesn't actually feel that bad. And obviously everybody gets a fast repair in this race, so it's not game over. As oh, they've taken each other out as well. Where are they going? There's one of them. Oh no, this race has suddenly become chaos.
Who on? It looks like Carter and Rayman.
I have no idea how we thread the needle there, but I guess we're not going to complain about it too much as we're on lap 4. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to stretch it without having to serve the fast repair as well. I'm just getting a little bit loose through there. Maybe we've lost... No, the rear wing still seems to be intact, so I've got no idea what we've lost. You guys will be able to see on the third-person cam, but I've got no idea, as we need to make sure that we disable auto fuel and disable tyres as well going on, because obviously we just want to do the fast repair. We don't want anything else costing us time.
Now 1.0.
I mean, that's Tom who obviously had that incident a little bit earlier on, but I mean, it might be in our best interest just to stick with him a little bit longer. Keep claiming the slipstream as best as we can. In towards the corners there. Big braking zones, it's definitely struggling a little bit.
Car number 16 is now.
I can't remember how many laps it is you get before you have to take the meatball.
8th place. You're halfway home. Your fuel is fine.
Ugh.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
Everybody locking up.
Car
Tom
left.
there, running a bit wide through turn 1, so despite the fact I've got a meatball, we're still making overtakes again in this race.
Nice front now.
So obviously the only other issue we've got, of course, is the pit lane here is rather long.
Is Robert. Car number
No idea
19.
how the car is going to handle through a rouge. A little bit sketchy, so yeah, I think we'll take the repairs this lap and obviously just come back out and see where we are towards the end. Luckily, I was the 15th ranked driver in this race, so it should mean that we can obviously finish a little bit lower and hopefully still gain a little bit of iRacing from this one. As just got to be careful of another Tom Janssen dive bomb in this race. But yeah, it just got a little bit too much over the curb there, and like I said, I think I just panicked a little bit because I could see the dust being kicked up from the cars in front, and that ultimately, yeah, just tipped the car around, and then nothing that could have been done in that scenario. We'll watch that back on the incident report at the end of this one, but very, very annoyed with myself. A really stupid error to make
Use all the track
in this race.
To find the gap.
I said, I felt like we had really good pace as well. We were just getting a bit closer to the leaders, but yeah, obviously just one little error there can make all the difference. Gotta be careful as well. I'm picking up a fair few incident points as well. I want my A license
7 incident points
in the Formula cars, but I might have to wait just a little while longer. Especially if, you know, if I'm gonna do more F4, it kind of does invite carnage, doesn't it? Don't get a 1x, thank you. But yeah, we'll dive into the pit lane then at the end of this lap. But yeah, oh, that's what I forgot to mention at the start, whilst I'm rambling on. I'm going to be live tomorrow over on Twitch with the Watkins Glen 6 hour. If you're watching this on the day this video goes live, we're going to be doing that 8 AM UK time tomorrow. So be there for that. It's going to hopefully be quite good fun.
Still there.
So we want to give you a real squeeze. Someone else has gone.
Hold your line.
No idea what's happening here, but I just saw a wheel flying across the road. As I'm not actually interested in trying to fight this. His leader's in.
Okay, stay with him. You need to push
he's
if
going to
we're
have to
gonna
get
hold
towed.
this position.
I mean, this race has been carnage.
Pit lane speed limit is 72
way too early.
kilometers per hour. Expect a clear track on exit. We should come out into position 12.
Okay, P12 wouldn't be the end of the world either then, as there is one other car. That will be the leader, so I'm definitely going to have to have a look at what happened to him after this race, but wonderful, there we go. That's your fast repair dealt with.
Front left, 95.
So we shouldn't come out too far behind either, and we might have a bit of a race on our hands towards the end.
25.1. Exit's clear.
Oh, cold tyres, don't get done for crossing the pit lane exit line. That could have been bad. So we could still get a top 10 then in this race.
Rating is 2.2.
Just got to try and make sure they get back in the slipstream of Alex just in front of me.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
But yeah, we're going to have one more lap after this one then. But I tell you what, this race, I mean, it's Formula 4, isn't it? I don't know why I expect any different. Looks to have been chaos here today, as I think we are getting a faint slipstream from Alex just in front. So I believe I would need P11 to break even on iRacing, which wouldn't be too bad, including a fast repair again. But, I mean, I reckon we could get up to Daniel as well, just in front of him, as, again, got to be super careful as we try and get some temperature into the tyres. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Just really want to try and bring the car through gradually as we try and get some temperature back into it. It's always that difficult thing of, do you just allow the back to slide, It's a very good way of getting temperature in the tyres, but also if it oversteps it, then you're in big trouble. You can definitely see, yeah, through corners like poo on there, still not quite able to get it where we need it. 8 incidents is not good in a race like this. I would say I want to do more F4, and I know I'm just kind of getting back into iRacing as well, but yeah, definitely picking up way more incident points than I should be at the moment, as we need to try and get in the slipstream of this guy just in front. I don't think we're going to manage it this time round through the exit there. We might have a slightly tidier run, which will keep just willing me closer and closer. Still a good battle going on for the lead, I believe, as well. 3 of them kind of now in that fight. So we could have been on the podium had I not bottled it here, and maybe caused a bit more carnage. So we have got that gap under a second now. Is this going to be white flag? Surely it is, yep. So 1 more lap then to try and make the move happen on the number 5 car. Let's see if we can try and get a run. It'd probably be up the Kemmel straight, of course. You can see Daniel in front of him is definitely slowing down as well. So we could get past Alex. We might be able to get a little bit closer to Daniel as well on this final lap, but he's still 1.4 seconds behind Daniel, so luckily I think we're going to be far enough back that we won't get too much dirty air, but we still should get a nice slipstream up by the top of the straight. It's nice and tidy there. Really attack it. But you basically want to get the car mainly flicked in nice and early, and then try to carry this, carry it nice and straight on the exits. Here we go. Surely Alex is going to have to try and defend this one, but we are getting a big slipstream on him. 230 kilometers an hour.
You're right.
So we'll try and get around the outside. Oh, they gave a bit of a squeeze there. Good hard racing once again. And that should probably mean that Daniel, unless he really struggles here, should be safe towards the end. Just trying. Whoa. I wanted to see if I could throw him off with a bit of a cheeky block there, but he moved a little bit as well, and that just made me panic that I might run into the back of him. So I think both of us are trying to get into the slipstream of this guy in front. Weirdly, you're allowed to use slightly through the gravel there. I've never quite understood why iRacing allows that one, but it's a little bit peculiar. As slow in, fast out. Come on. Get the throttle down. Again, Alex did a pretty good job, though. He might just get a toe up in towards the final few corners here. Luckily, there is a 16-second gap to the guys behind, so even if something does happen, we shouldn't be too vulnerable from them a little bit further back, but we just need a good run out of here. Try and get the car wedged over that curbing, really carry the speed off of the corner, and again, I don't think Alex is going to have the slipstream. It is going to be a battle in towards the bus stop chicane here on the very last lap. I think this will be if we can gain some iRating or lose some here. It's not going to be much either way, but it would be a very useful swing as Alex, understandably trying to go defensive. I'm just trying to prolong the distance until I can get the run on him. As to the outside, we will try and have a look. He's really trying to give me a squeeze up in towards the final few corners. But outside line for the first part will give us the inside line for the second. Can we just hang on? What a big kick of oversteer on the exit. But we will make it through at the bus stop, and there we go. P11 when all is said and done. Great little battle with Alex right at the end of that one.
Well done, mate. Good finish.
I'm happy that we were able to convert it. Let's go take a look at our incident report, and then, of course, our final race results. Well, the chaos kicked off then right at turn 1 there. It was actually P3. Went for a bit of an aggressive dive bomb, and oh, there's a guy flipping. I hadn't even spotted that. About 6 or 7 cars involved. I don't know if we can get a better look at it down in towards turn 1 yet again, but you can see the Aston Martin car just far too optimistic. Tips the Williams into a spin. The white car just goes for a barrel roll. You can see a few of us opting to go through the gravel through turn 1 there, but carnage right at the very start. And the Aston Martin, well, it's such an easy mistake to make, but definitely very costly, as the Williams is going to get wedged on the curb. So from pole position, that race basically evaporated for him immediately. Oh, that's a tricky little one, actually. So he's made the mistake beforehand by himself. And as we make our way down, he actually gets wedged over the curbing. You just don't... You want to avoid that curb at all possible costs. Tries to rejoin. Guy behind him there kind of trying to take the racing line. Probably could have done a better job to avoid it. But ultimately, I think that was a little bit of kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other. One guy there having a nice big lock-up down at the bus stop. Want to probably brake earlier than that next time round. as you make your way through there. This guy, oh, just gets a bit squirrely. Is he going to be able to keep it out of too much danger? Yes, he does. Actually, a very good save there. And the rejoin wasn't bad either. Up towards the top of the hill then, you're going to see, I think this is where I get involved in the incident in front, and that guy takes out 2 cars. How on earth has he managed that one then? I mean, they're 3 wide as they make their way at the back straight, but this was a double fatality then. Tries to go around the outside of the first one. The other guy in front gets a bit of a slide, and I think just helps him tip him into the spin. Sends the other guy into the gravel as well, and well, he comes out scot-free, which is rather impressive as well. Far too confident there down in towards the final couple of corners. Did a good initial save, and probably did even more damage because of it. And then trying to get the car back on the road. Oh, he binned it again! So he tried to get the car back on the road, got a bit fishtaily, and into the wall. That's an embarrassing one for you there, sir. This guy, oh, a huge outbraking manoeuvre down in turn 1. What an overtake! I mean, he wasn't trying to go for it, but that's incredible. Down the inside of turn 1 there and just gets it stopped. Up into P3 then, as they make their way down the hill. Still, this guy apparently is just having a nightmare. Here's my incident then. So what did we really do here? Just got, we got too scribbly early on. Nudged the curb. Guy behind, nothing he could really do. And yeah, again, it was just the rear wheel slightly caved in there. And obviously this then led to the other incident down the hill. Not really too sure what happens. I think they just kind of, oh yeah, a bit of miscommunication and a massive crash. Again, I was really, really close to getting involved in that one, but luckily we avoided it. And, well, more and more chaos then going on towards the end. Now we're going side by side up in towards Blanchimont. I mean, he just drove through him. That's terrible. I think this was the Ferrari that we saw parked up on the inside, obviously on the exit of the corner. I mean, he's got a good run, but sometimes you've just got to manage that in towards the corners there. And he just drove through him, which is a bit disappointing to see, in all honesty. But another, yeah, massive, massive incident there. I mean, the instant report of this race is probably going to be longer than the actual racing report. A little bit of netcode there. Is that guy going to get a swapper on? And into the wall once again. A bit disappointing, and I think that's all of them. There we go then, chaos here. But would you expect any less from Spa? Let's go take a look at our final results. Well, another disappointing result as the SR goes, but we did gain 3 iRating in the end, so bringing myself slowly and surely a little bit closer to 2K here. Alejandro Guerrero takes the victory. He led 3 of the 7 laps of today's event, started from P2. Travis from 13th on the grid there, and Paul from 17th. Right place at the right time down at turn 1, and was really able to capitalise with that one as well. Paul there in P4, just ahead of Robert and Thomas there. So yeah, we could have definitely been in that fight. 0 incidents for Robert as well. So hats off to him for getting through unscathed, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. We were top Brit in that race, because there was 2 of us in the end. So, you know, you got to take what you can inside this series as well there. But, yeah, very, very fun race once again. Like I said, F4 just seems to be carnage inside iRacing. Get yourself subscribed if you're new, and we'll be back very soon with more iRacing content.